What's action, YouTube? Back again with another video from catching shiny Pokemon Go hunting. So today I just wanted to make a little video talking about the search strings and the terms that we can use to look up specific types of Pokemon. There's a lot of them, and a lot of people don't use them and don't even know that they exist. So I want to kind of get into that today and share the things I do know and the certain name searches that might be helpful to you. First off, check here. Still no shiny Pikachu. Gonna try again today to get this. But, so, if you're wondering, there are normal ones out there, like, 4-star brings up your 100%, 3 stars bring up your 3 stars, 2 stars your zeros, all those types. But we're going to go over them. First off, I want to get into, we have the search field here, where everyone has seen these before. You can click normal, Kanto, hatched, legendaries. These are going to be the recommended that you've used recently. But if you hit the little button at the top left, the see more button, you're going to bring up a whole nother list. You're going to have things that you've recently searched. You're going to have your favorites. You can create your own strings. And then you have very unique ones under the special. You're going to have buddies, hatched, lucky, mythical, purified, can evolve, your megas. You can look by appraisal. You can look by your perfects. You can look by regions. The fighting types, the normals, the flying types, so you can look by type only. So those are there, not a lot of people know. And like I said, that is under, when you click the search, the see less, see more is going to bring up those types of searches. So that's the first tip. So when it comes to creating strings of Pokemon, you can create favorites, and I have a few made here: shiny, and 3 stars, and male, and shadow. So I don't have any that fit that criteria right at the moment, but you can create any string that you want. The other search I have is shiny and lucky, so these are some shinies and luckies that I have. You can create very special and unique, and you can save them once you've searched them. So getting into some other name and name type tricks, we've been having a lot of Eevee stuff going on lately, so I thought quickly I would go over their Eevee names. I know a lot of people are probably aware of these, they've already used them, but just in case maybe you're not, maybe you're trying to get a specific one. These are for the Eevee evolutions. Keep in mind they can only be used one time. So if you type in the name and you call Vaporeon Rainer, it is guaranteed to turn Vaporeon. One-time trick only. Same with if you name your Eevee a Sparky, it will go to Jolteon, Pyro will go to Flareon, and so on and so on. So if you're interested and you're trying to get a specific one and you haven't used the name trick before, this will help you out. Use it. Try to be very specially specific with it, because once you use it, it's done and it can't be used again. Alright, so now going into and talking about other names and name descriptions that will work for you. If you click on your ball, go into your Poke list and hit the search field, that will allow you to type in whatever you want. You can type in things like Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, all the names of the specific regional Pokemon that you're looking for, and it'll bring up all the list of those. You can type in the word costume, it'll return a list of all Pokemon that are wearing a costume. You can combine these with like shiny and costume, Kanto and shiny and costume. Then you can type in defender, returns a list of all gym defenders. You can type in eggs only. This is a big one that I use a lot, where I want to see what ones I've hatched, what babies I have. And you can again do like shiny and eggs only, will return a list of all your baby Pokemon. You can have evolve, in the search criteria returns a list of all Pokemon that can be evolved, and evolve new will return a list of Pokemon that once evolved will be a new registered in your dex Pokemon. So that's a great tip. So, carrying on with the names, if you type in the word hatched, it will return a list of all hatched Pokemon. This one doesn't work on my game, on my phone. It works on my wife's phone. I think that one's a hit or miss, but it might work for you. You can type in items. We'll return a list of all Pokemon that can be evolved with an item. So if you're trying to figure out where can I use my Sinnoh Stones or my, you know, the little, well, we'll show you right here. I forget what they call them. Trying to use these items like your Sunstone, your King Rocks, your Dragon Scales. It'll bring up a whole list of all of those. You can type in, obviously, legendary, lucky, mythical, shiny, but there is a button that will obviously allow you to pick from the list. But if you want to type it in, you can. And traded. These will bring a list of all the traded Pokemon in your account currently that were traded to you. So, maybe you don't want to keep those and you want to get rid of anything that's been traded, so you can swipe them away and get rid of them. Alright, now getting into a little bit more complicated stuff, you can search by putting in things like dark. Typing dark in the search bar will return a dark type Pokemon in your storage, all of them. You can type shadow, will obviously return all your shadows. Purified will return all your purified. Trade evolve returns a list of Pokemon that can be evolved after trading. So certain ones have, can't think of them right off my head, but once you trade them, instead of spending like 200 candy to evolve, they're now traded to you and free evolves. You can type in the word special, returns a list of all Pokemon with special or exclusive moves. I use this one a lot where I don't always remember and can't keep track of all the Pokemon with these special moves, and you don't want to lose them because once they're gone, they're gone. So I'll tag them and name them specifically, things like move or don't delete or don't change, whatever works best for you. But typing in special will bring that list up. You can obviously put in CP, that'll return all your Pokemon with that specific CP. So say you're looking for CP 12 in the search bar, will return a Pokemon storage with a CP of 12. HP will bring that HP search, so again, typing HP 10 in the search bar will return Pokemon in your storage with an HP of 10. Age will return all Pokemon captured in blank amount of days. So example, typing age 40 in the search bar will return Pokemon that you captured 40 days ago. Moving on, Pokemon number with the Pokédex, returning all Pokemon with a specific Pokédex number. So typing in 150 will bring up Mewtwo. Distance, this one I find really comes in handy when you're talking about and trying to get your Platinum medal for far away long distance trading. Platinum is 10 million kilometers, that's a lot. So if you type in distance 8,000 to 10,000, it will return a Pokemon with 8,000 to 10,000 catch distance from your current location. You can type in year. So if you type, say, year 2016 or 2020, it'll bring up all the Pokemon from that year. You could type in at weather, returns a list of all Pokemons with moves boosted at the current in-game level. So if it's sunny or if it's rainy or if it's snowy, at weather will match what's on the screen currently. At move will bring up a list of all Pokemons with that move. So say you're looking for at crunch, any Pokemon you have that have the crunch move, they will come up and they'll bring it up for you. You can put at move type will return all Pokemon with a move of that type. So searching at Psychic will bring up all Psychic Pokemon. Little side tip, leaving the C off of the word Psychic will return all Pokemon with the Psychic as their charged move. I didn't know that one. You have at one move type. you can return this list of Pokemon with a fast move of that type. So example, at 1 ice, in the search bar will bring up Pokemon with the ice type fast move, and so on and so on. At 2 will bring up, say for at 2 water, Pokemon that will have water type as a charge move, so on and so on. So some more commonly known ones, if you put 1 star, star 1 will bring a list of all Pokemon that have 0 to 1 stars. When I type them, I type 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, but it will work the other way around as well. Those are those. Buddy, if you're looking for certain buddies that you don't have yet, Buddy 0 that you are not buddies with. Buddy 1 will bring up 1 heart star friendships. Buddy 2, Buddy 3, Buddy 4 with 4 hearts. Yeah, so on and so on. If you use the plus sign or the exclamations, you can do different things. So using the plus sign before a Pokemon special name, so say you're typing plus Bulbasaur, will return all Bulbasaurs, but all the other evolutions in that line. So Ivysaur, Venusaurs. You can exclude things by typing exclamation evolve as an example, will return a list of all Pokemon currently unable to evolve, so not evolvable. You can use commas, semicolons, colons. Example, typing shiny, comma, lucky will bring up a list of shiny and lucky Pokemon in your storage. You can use the and sign or the vertical bar, so typing things like Gengar and at lick, so the move lick will bring up all Gengars with the lick as their fast move. This will work for any combination that you can think of. You can use hyphens to show range between CPs, range between HPs. Say you're trying to find all your Pokemon under 1500, you're trying to do a Great League battle of some sort. You can put CP minus 1500 and it'll bring all Pokemon up from CP 1500 and below. So that might be a useful tool for you. Alright, again, typing legendaries, mythical, shinies, luckies, shadows, purified. We've gone over those, but one that some people don't know, maybe you want to find your males or your females. You can also type unknown gender, and that'll come up for all Pokemon that don't have a male or a gender related gender to them. You can type in things like defender, traded, hatched, evolve. Again, you can type by the region name. You can always combine these searches with using the and or the at symbols. You can look up specific moves by typing at special. You can bring up types of quick charge and charge attacks using at 1, at 2, at 3. At 3 ghost will bring up any Pokemon ghost type with a second charge attack. You have your appraisal system, obviously. You can look at those if you're interested. You have egg exclusive Pokemon. So again, you have your hatch Pokemon, your luckies, special events, tagged Pokemon. So if you have one called at battle, it'll show any that you have for that title. If you have them called hashtag Bob, it'll bring up all those Pokemon. So naming can be very useful. Traded, Ultra Beast. If you enter Ultra Beast to see what ones you have, they'll pop up. It can be quite extensive. You can come up with your own long, very long strings. And an example here that I have is age 0 to 2 and not 4 star and not 3 and not legendary. So this will bring up all non-legendary 0 to 2 star mons caught during the last 2 days. You can adjust that range based on how frequently you clean up your Poké list. Highlights one or more mons to make a select all button to show up. Click on that select all, return to the selected, and then you can quickly scroll through and see which ones you have. So you can make the string as long or short as you want, and that's kind of cool. So this one, when we're talking about trading and trade distance, if you use distance 2 to 10, you can bring up your Pokemon's caught that are under the range of 2 to 10 kilometer radius using distance to minus symbol, you get Pokemons caught further than 2 kilometers away. If you use distance minus 10, you get bring up your Pokemons caught within 10-kilometer range. So I'll use this when I'm trying to find the Pokemon I have with the furthest distance away. Sit down and do a trade session with whoever and try to bang out that platinum medal for the 10 million kilometers trade distance. So maybe that'll help you. Alright, so we've covered a couple of these ones, but a couple we haven't. Eggs only will bring all your babies, as we talked about. Typing in GBL will return all Pokemons that you caught from a Go Battle League encounter match. Hatch, obviously your hatch Pokemons. Raid, I didn't know this. Obviously it makes sense, but will return all your Pokemon caught from a raid battle. Research will return all Pokemon caught from research task. Not really sure why you'd want to have that, but it's neat to know, and it's a neat feature. Typing in Rocket will return all Pokemons caught from the Team Go Rockets. You could type in things like Candy X1 will return all Pokemon that were powered by Candy XLs. Trade Evolve we talked about. Typing in Evolve will bring up all the Pokemons that can evolve. Evolve New, we talked about that. Typing in items will bring up all Pokemon that can evolve requiring an evolution item. Mega Evolve will return all Pokemons that can be Mega. If you already have the Mega, they're not going to show up. Mega 1 will return all Pokemon that have reached a base level of 1. Mega 2-3 returns all Pokemon that have reached a higher level, the second Mega level, through max level or highest Mega level. So, just some more things for you guys to keep under your hat. And then my last tips when it comes to looking in your Poke list. You have your recents that come up, your favorites. Some people aren't really sure how those work before you go in. So anything you've recently searched for, like I have Shiny Lucky, I have Shiny and 3-star, and what was that one? And Male and Shadow. So whatever your recent searches are, they'll be up here in the top row right here. If you want to favorite them, all you do is you long press, say on this one called Hoot. Now that I long pressed it, it dropped down to favorites right here. If I want to keep in my favorites because I searched this a lot, 3-star, it now becomes here in the list. If you want to remove them, if you no longer need it, you long press under the favorites. You can rename it or remove it. It'll ask you yes, and it goes away. You remove, hit yes. So if you find that you're constantly searching for a specific type of string, keep them in your favorites so they're right there. And of course, the number one trick I always go for is 4-star. I always put it on recent to make sure that I'm talking about my most recent. I'm going to tag those right away. I'm going to give them a tag of hundos or 100%, whatever you want to call it. But you want to definitely star those. Now that I know that everything is 4-starred, when I go through, I can just highlight everything. Because if it's not already saved, I can junk it. Hit the transfer and they're gone. New Pikachu. Still not shiny. Pikachu. Still not shiny. Hoot Hoot. Not shiny. Raids. Might as well do a raid. We're right here. Reshiram. 35 seconds to go. So, I hope you guys learned something from my tips and my tricks here. If you didn't learn anything, well, great. You knew it, and you've been using the game to your fullest advantage, and that's great news. If you learned anything, maybe go down below, hit sub, hit like, leave the comment, tell me what you did learn, tell me maybe one that you didn't know, and yeah, keep me posted. So, I'm going to do this raid, and I'll come right back at the end, see if it was a shiny or 100%. We'll beat this, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and we beat it. We got some rewards, 10,000 XP. And what do we got? 14 balls. Is it shiny? Not a shiny. 2266. Not 100%. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great day. And that's it. And as always, happy playing, happy hatching. Have a good day.